experience that I've been having recently. I've been reading the Upanishads, and in particular the Mandukya Upanishad, which is the shortest of the Upanishads, and in many ways, at least thought by some to be the most important. It's about the mantra Om. It's sometimes called the king of all mantras, or the mother of all mantras, the original mantra, the original sound. It really, the symbol really just consists of basically a single Sanskrit character. But it's composed of 3 letters, they say, A, U, and M. So the sound is Om. Ah, getting back in the throat. Ooh, basically the palate, and the which is formed with the lips being compressed. This is probably the oldest sound there is. Some people argue that sound simply made with the throat open is the oldest sound. But if so, it's the beginning of Om. Om. Now, the scholars are somewhat entertaining on this business of how the Mandukya Upanishad, or the Frog Upanishad, got its name. So much so that as I read the various texts, I think maybe they're pulling my leg. Because they'll say, well, because the rishis who developed these mantras sat like frogs, there was a frog posture that they used, a frog yogic posture, and there are various other theories about the region where the Upanishad may have been created. But, you know, if you've ever spent any time with frogs, you know what they sound like. Oh. 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 If you want to learn how to do mantra, you know, you can certainly go to a teacher. You go see a guru, you travel to India, or you can simply go out into your backyard on a spring night and listen, and you'll learn how to do mantra. Or you can wake up early in the morning and you can listen to the birds. The birds will teach you how to do mantra. Or if you live near a stream, you can go and you can sit by the stream, and the stream will teach you how to do a mantra. Confucius said the great thing about a stream was that it never paused for one moment in its work. Completely and utterly faithful to its task. Simple, clear, direct, and utterly faithful. And if you listen to the birds, they're the same way. You wake up in the morning and you hear or qua, coo, 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 or the phoebes. The opening verse of the Mandukya Upanishad says, the entire universe is the syllable Om. The entire universe is the syllable Om. A wonderful statement. I sometimes think that if I had to be marooned on a desert island and I had only one verse of scripture, I think this would maybe be it. The entire universe is the syllable Om. This is, of course, based on the idea that that Om is the universal sound, the universal vibration. It's all thought. It's all thought impulses, all reality. That it uncovers or excavates the deepest layers, the deepest stages of the mind. I tend to think of Om as a kind of a green artifact, as a very, very ancient, very, very old practice, which involved people pooling their sound, their own human sound. We're talking about the time when human beings had a sound. Nowadays, human beings have so many sounds that we don't know what our sound is. We don't know what sound we make. You see, what does a dog make? Okay, cow. Crow. Caw, caw. Human beings don't have sound. We have many sounds. We have too many sounds. So in a certain sense, we don't know what we are. And mantra is a way of recovering the sense of what we are. Not what we are like, you know, like your ancestry chart, or your job, or your psychological profile, or your, what's another example, I guess, your Myers-Briggs. What?
MBTI.
Yeah, your Myers-Briggs personality type or something like that. Not that, but who you are as a species, as a being, as a physical being that is the heir to an evolutionary process going back millions and millions of years. In order to recover that sound, we use mantra. Mantra is a way of uncovering the sound of that a human being makes. It's a very simple proposition, a very, very deep but simple proposition. So what I've been doing, my experience that I have to share tonight, my green meditation artifact that I'm bringing to the group, is simply this idea of waking up in the morning very early, either that or in the middle of the night. Last night the moon was out, I woke up, it's very bright, woke me up. So I got up, went downstairs to do my middle of the night practice, as I do every night. And it didn't need any artificial lighting at all because the moon was so bright. So I went downstairs and took out my beads and thought about that verse from the Upanishad and began saying 108 ohms, which takes about 40 minutes roughly. One bead. You can do it silently. It doesn't have to make a sound. It can, this sound can be generated within here as well. Really pooling your sound, the sound of your own mind, the sound of your own being, your blood flow, your breath, with all kinds of other things. In the middle of the night, the sounds are pretty restricted, and so your sound can brush up against other sounds. You can feel the contact, the point of contact between your sound and the other sounds of the universe. See the way they're all pooled together in one sound. So in any case, I'm doing this practice in the middle of the night, and waking up in the morning and doing the same practice, and thinking about this, about the incredible, the ancient quality of the sound, and the simplicity of it, and letting it make me simple. Well, that's basically the experience that I have to share. There's not much more to it than that. It's not a complicated proposition.